I don't like this. Why is this one so different? He's blue. I understand the slingers. I made it to a stone. God, how many are there? I understand it's obviously not going to have us fight a bunch, but... We're at the Godstone of Stravs. You glanced nervously around, but the dredge didn't seem to hear her. It's okay. You can speak. Softly. Is this where you're going to sacrifice me? Juno smiles. What could have come across as profoundly creepy looks sincere instead. No, the dredge cannot see us. To be more precise, they can see us, but I've convinced them to be unconcerned. I can understand your apprehension, though. Who are you? What are you doing out here? Why are you surrounded by dredge? Why are we surrounded by dredge? Why did you pick me? Why did you pick me? Why didn't you take Ivan or Hagen? You don't even know me. I apologize for putting you in danger. Ivan must keep Bosger from falling while we are away. And if something goes wrong here, I need to be certain one of us makes it back up. I saw the thoughts of each person when I arrived in Bosger. You were the only one I knew would return. What do you mean? You would find your way back to Alette no matter what. Fair enough. I wish we'd have time for a proper introduction. My name is Juno. I am on the Mender Council. You met Ivan, my apprentice. How are you doing these things, controlling minds? I thought Menders built things and healed wounds. You are right. Menders do these things. Some of us still practice the teachings given to the Loom Mother's first creations. We are called Volca. I believe I am the only one who can influence another's mind. Then why not take control of Bellower? I learned the talent to heal minds, not to control them, though even the Volca have trouble believing this. Taking control of Bellower, it is the difference between convincing a child to sit still and telling a starving bear to stop being hungry. The truth is, we're rarely a match for the Sunder and more. Our advantage is that we can train more Volca. It is also our weakness. The Volca pass on and lose their knowledge, while the Sunder simply grow older and more powerful. Bellower is both immortal and beyond my influence, to a point. Then how do we stop him? The God of Secrets will play a part, as will you. What are you doing out here? What are we doing out here? Do you know of the god Strav? Few know the stone exists, even amongst those who have lived their whole lives in Borisgard. Well, Dangler deals in fortune. Strav taught men the value of trade in a different way. He showed them it has consequences, two sides of the same coin. See the silver in the stone? The gales up here wear away the stone, but the metal remains. We need a piece of this silver. The god Strav is wreathed by imagery of silver weapons. The myths say he traded these weapons to the gods, and they used them to kill each other. Those who seek out the stone call him the god of trade. The Menders call him the god of secrets. He was both. Why are we surrounded by dredge? They seem to be drawn to the god stone. There are many things we don't know about Stravs. Maybe they see him as a patron, or it is an attraction they cannot explain. Does Stravs have something to do with that serpent Ninetoft? What was that thing? I cannot say. Can't? I have my suspicions, but until I've had time at the Mender's library, it would be unwise to speculate. For all our knowledge, it always seems as though we know little. Imagine how the rest of us feel. On the contrary, the less people know, the more certain they tend to be. Let's get what we need and go. Indeed, you'll need to dislodge at least a fistful of the metal. We will forge it into an arrow to slay Bellower. Wait, after everything you've told me, make a magic arrow to shoot Bellower? That's all it takes? Why didn't you do that a long time ago? Jonah gets a faraway look in her eyes. No, that is not all it takes. What I tell you now must not be repeated. The arrow will not kill Bellower, even were it to strike his heart. He has no physical weakness, but it will sow doubt in his mind. When it pierces him, it will help him to believe that he is dying. The rest of you will convince him of it with swords and axe. Everyone who fights at your side must believe it to be true. You're going to trick him into thinking he's dead? That is the most insane... He really can't be killed? No. Someday he will awaken and realize he's not dead. I imagine he will be quite upset. First, we must make the arrow. Focus on the task at hand. She looks knowingly at the godstone, waiting for you to start climbing. Rook, I am not certain how the dredge will react when you do this. And behind us is a sudden drop, so be careful. Oh, good. Yay! Hopefully they don't continue to notice us. And I kind of passed the stone. Approaching the back of the stone, you start to climb, looking for a loose piece of the silver vein. Even without looking out and onto the dredge, you can feel each sinister face watching you closely. Held back only by Juno's influence, panic races through your blood. Try to quickly wrench the nearest chunk, climb higher where it may be easier to remove, go back and tell Juno you can't do it. Climb higher. As you climb, you can't help but notice the stony mask of dredge lined up before the godstone, like worshippers before an idol. Just a glimpse nearly immobilizes you. Your hand rests on a piece of silver that comes away easily. The dredge do not react. Look for another piece. While you're here, you glance quickly around to see if there's any more low-hanging fruit. You're able to pry away another, smaller piece of silver ore before your nerves give out. You nimbly descend to where Juno is waiting. Well done, she says. As you walk back through the dredge, your head turns in unison to follow. The dread that lingers and the shaking in your hands does not subside for hours. Godstone Straw achievement unlocked. Booyah! Treasure Hunter achievement unlocked. You approach the gates of Berserker again, relieved that you're still standing. It looks like they took a beating while you were gone. Lilette rushes to your side and throws her arms around you once you've crept through the gates. Juno smiles at the reunion and tells you, take this time with your daughter. Find a smith who can fashion an arrow from that silver. I have other things to which I must attend, but meet me on the walls when you are done. Okay. So yeah, I guess we're going to the crafter. First things first, just in case the game just is like, you're going. I don't know why it would, but just in case. Oh, I've got so many Varl. Okay, you get promoted. Well, hang on. Do I have any level 5s? Try this again. Do I have any other level 5s who would be useful? Can I promote you? No, I cannot. Okay, it's gotta be you. Promote. Confirm. Now what we're going to do is give you, let's see, 1 extra strength, 2 drawing on aggro, and 3 armor on rest. Knockback on strength attacks. 2 strength resist. Yep, we're giving you the armor. And the belt goes to Alette. And Alette had this 1 strength resist. What item do you have, bud? 15% dodge of strength attacks? Not bad. I do remember he can attack diagonally, and that was something I really liked. So I think we're gonna have him. Alright. Okay. Crafters. Takes a while, but you finally find someone willing to craft an arrow for you. He eyes you suspiciously when you show him the silver, but shakes his head and gets started. Lilette watches. The smith fire reflects in her distant stare. I talked with Ivan a long time while you were gone. He told me a lot about Juno. Is she really as powerful as he said? Certainly seems that way. That might be the most luck we've had so far. Dad, I think I know what's going to happen now. An arrow? She's going to make you shoot Bellower, isn't she? I don't know for sure. Come on. Who else is going to do it? Ivor? Lilette, I know where this is going. You're afraid of me dying. This isn't like before. We can't run this time. That's not what I... Let me do it. What? Why not? Because you think I'll get hurt? What do you do when Bellower comes straight for the person holding the only thing that can destroy him? Let me speak. Everything's changed. Discovery feels so long ago. I'm not asking because I'm afraid of losing you. I'm not afraid of anything anymore. Let me do it because you know I'm a better shot. I have a better chance of puncturing his armor. We only have 1 shot. I'm not a child anymore. I'm not just some girl. I'm your daughter. I can do this. For once, let me decide what happens to me. Oh, shit. Is she the better shot? No. She stares into the firelight. You wait for the tears to come in her eyes, but they never do. Just promise. Promise we'll be together. You sit by her side silently until the smith finishes his work. Okay. I'm not letting her do it. I'm sorry. She's gonna give me some god-awful end that should not be. There he is. Juno is in the middle of an animated debate as you approach, the arrow in your hand. There's little time left. Bellower knows we're here. Whether he's waiting for more of his forces to arrive or simply wants to starve us out first, I cannot tell. But he will not expect a direct attack. Is this a joke? How are we going to do that? I will take a handful of warriors to face him. I can keep a small group hidden from sight. The rest of you will lead the charge from here. With luck, Bellower will send his armies away from himself to meet you. What about the ravens? They may protest. They will not. I have arranged a task for them. Even if you make it to Bellower, what chance is there of defeating him? We saw what happened at Eintoft. That thing can't be killed. Juno shows them the arrow you had forged in the Godstone silver. This will make him bleed like the rest of us. Once he is pierced, he will be vulnerable. She looks you in the eyes. You only have one. Do not miss, and bring only those you absolutely need. I will take all of my concentration to keep the other dredge from swallowing us up. I cannot join in battle. And if we kill Bellower, then what? The dredge will just wander away? That is my belief, yes. I can't say for certain. This is a doomed plan. Help us hold out here until the ships are finished. And then what? Bellower will hound our every step, all the way to Aurang, where I am certain more Sundir await. Now is the time to speak to loved ones, and the memory of any god that pleases you. Rest. In the morning, we slay asunder. Oh, I'm actually really excited. The silence is what you remember. You rise in silence and walk through empty streets. Upon the wall, two armies stand quietly watching each other. Your footsteps echo on the wooden floorboards as you approach Juno. She breaks the silence. It's time, Juno says. Gather your allies. Today one thing will end, another will begin, and our actions will decide on which side we stand. This is an epic build-up. Alright. Ludin hit hard, I remember that. Plop, 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 plop. Ready. Hang on, what item does Ludin have? Alright, I get the thing. Alright. We're ready. Okay. Fuck. 2020. Still your fear. Listen, I will try to guide you. Okay. This is a horrifying thought. Okay, we're going to make a wall down here. We're going to let them come to us. He's going to be as far back as possible. Let's going to shoot through the crowd, and Rook is such a beast. He's just going to give no fucks and go. I have silver arrow. Okay. Ping. Okay.